Can you imagine the history game changer that the steamboat would bring to Kentucky agriculture?
Kentucky's history is rich with inventive minds, and our collection is rich with the expression of that inventive mind. But among the inventions that are in our collection, one of my favorites is a little-known inventor named Edward West. Now, in 1785, several years before Kentucky became a state, Edward followed his father from northern Virginia to settle in Lexington, Kentucky. The idea of steam technology was something that had been around for a good while, and it was something that was really being experimented quite a bit. Edward West had studied this technology and brought this idea with him as he came to Kentucky, and was really one of the first Kentuckians that we can identify that was not only experimenting with steam technology, but really had a desire to put it to use here in Kentucky. Agriculture was strong in Kentucky, and the only way to get those crops out was by sending it along the streams and rivers. If he could improve steam travel along the rivers in Kentucky, it would be a huge boom to the economy, because at that point boats could only go one way. They might leave Lexington or that area and go down to New Orleans, but there was no easy way to get them back up. So in 1793, Edward spent a lot of time preparing his model, and he's finally ready to debut it to the world. And where he lives is very close to where the downtown library is today. He dammed up a portion of the stream, invited an entire crowd to come and watch, and he nervously placed his invention, which was very small, just a model, not large enough to put people or anything on, and he placed it in the creek and started up his steam engine and proved that the idea would work. So when you visit our museum, it is really easy to miss this model. But hidden in there is a very small, very plain looking sort of wooden box with a couple of pieces of metal, and if you're mechanically minded, there's a piston in the middle of it. And it's very easy to miss this little model, but it represents a major change in this idea of changing transportation along the river. We all have hopes and dreams, but not all of us quite reach them. We don't all become the famous person that invented the steamboat. And in Edward West's case, he certainly wasn't that guy. And I think it's endearing. It represents the idea of the desire to hope and to dream and never give up on your dreams.
To learn more, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfort, I'm Doug High.